Stay. Alright, come on. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Walk with Regis. Today is May 8th. Today, the weather will be, and the highs will be the low 60s, and the lows will be in the low 40s. There will be a 0% chance of precipitation today. And yes, today I went out the front door instead of the back door. Got a few news stories for you guys today. Well, the first one is confusing, so I wasn't given any information. Plane. Just look at that reaction of planes. Get it, Regis. On the street. So bear with me. The first one is kind of confusing. Pedestrian struck during domestic dispute on Delaware Avenue. Suffers minor injuries. Okay. Pedestrian struck during domestic dispute. Does that mean they were struck by a car? Does that mean that they were struck by the people involved in the domestic dispute? Were they struck by gunfire? What happened? Like, what kind of struck are you talking about? Were they hit? Did they get hit by a car? I don't know. That news article didn't give me any information. Not so far ahead, sir. Also in the news, a Buffalo man dies in a fatal crash after he traveled the wrong way on the I-90. Officers made many attempts to try to get him to pull over and stop so they can inform him that he was driving the wrong way. He failed to heed their lights and attempts to get him to stop. They did a U-turn around him and tried to approach from the front to get him to stop, and he kept going. He crashed and perished from his injuries. Now we're going somewhere different. Artemis! Kitty, kitty, kitty! Artemis! Artemis! Also in the news, a vehicle with a child inside was stolen on Bailey and Weston. The vehicle was later abandoned and the child was found unharmed. It's believed that the suspect fled on foot. The man who had the vehicle with the child left the car running to go into the store and left the kid inside. I thought everybody knew not to do that. But at least in this case, the child was left unharmed in the back seat and the car was abandoned. So I guess the thief's attempt to steal the car and realizing there's a kid in there spooked him, and he abandoned it and swiftly made his getaway. However, I don't know if he touched any part of the car with his hands. If I was the police, I'd be dusting for prints, but that's just me. You never know if you get a hit with a print. Also in the news, a Buffalo man is found guilty on 2 counts of rape. 31-year-old Brian Bassett has been found guilty on 2 counts of rape in the 2nd degree and 1 count unlawful imprisonment in the 1st degree. It is alleged that police were notified from a workplace about an employee who hadn't shown up for work for 2 days. They conducted a welfare check to find out Mr. Brian Bassett was holding the victim against their will in the apartment, and that over the course of a couple of days had repeatedly subjected the victim to sexual and physical violence. And he had done it once before with another, where he held someone else against their will inside their place and subjected them to physical violence. So he's been found guilty. Okay, and also in the news, a Buffalo man's been listed in critical condition after a shooting on East Delavan. The 23-year-old was shot in the 1300 block of East Delavan. He's in critical condition. Officers are investigating the shooting. And that's it for the news. I've got to look for my cat. Apparently, he hasn't been home in a few days. He always goes outside, but normally he comes back in after about 20 minutes. He's been gone for like 3-4 days now. This is the longest he's been gone. We're all worried about him. He must have seen a plane again. There he goes, ripping up the grass. Artemis! Artemis! Kitty, 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 kitty! Artie! Oh! Artie! I just hope that wherever he's at, he's okay. So many bad things could have happened to him. I'm hoping at least one of the possible good things could have happened to him. Artemis! Artie! Oh! Artie! Artie! Artemis! Artie! Artie! Okay. Good boy, Regis. Artie! Kitty! Artie! Artie! Artie. 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 Sorry guys. Just focusing on looking for my cat. Artie. Any number of things could happen to him. He doesn't like cars, so I'm pretty sure he didn't get hit by a car. He doesn't let people approach him, so I'm pretty sure he didn't get picked up by a stranger. Artemis! Kitty, kitty! Too far, sir. It's a good long walk today. Artemis! Artie! 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 Hopefully he'll come home. Artie! Artie. 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 Come on. Regis. Come on. And that's it for this video, guys. If you like this episode, hit the like button. If you don't, go ahead and hit the dislike button. Don't bother me any. Share if you want to, subscribe if you want to. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Or next episode. Bye-bye.